Welcome back everybody to Fire and Lemon. In today's video we're going to finish this bulkhead. If we're lucky we get it mudded, sanded and primed. We're getting so close for these cabinets coming in. I gotta get this thing done. It's the last thing we need to do. I'd also want to show you how I do the sealing of the floor, but more importantly I have a surprise. I can't wait to show you guys, so stick around. I don't know if you guys remember, last summer I had a special surprise too. And I try, every project I go through, I try to identify certain tools that I don't have, that I'd like to have, and I kind of blend it into the cost of the project. And last summer I talked about one that I always wanted and it just never came up because of cost. Well, actually there's two things that I've always wanted, and I just, due to the cost, I never did. But going through the cabinet, like setting up this cabinets, I really needed this tool. So this is not paid by DeWalt, but if you guys want to reach out to me, that's good to me. So what did we get? We got a chop saw. Now this is a toy, tool that I really love. And do you know how long I've wanted this? Jojo, I think you know what I mean. Let's get this puppy open. That's heavy. And I also got a wheeled stand to put it on, so I can bring it around. Even better, because this thing's heavy. Well, I guess I should look at the instructions first. Seems to be a warning tag here. So, normally I don't like instructions, but it's better. Well, there you have it. I have a 12-inch compound sliding miter saw. I am so lucky. I can't wait to use it. I don't need it today or for this video, but in the future I will definitely need it. Look at that. Now this is a toy, a tool, okay? This is one that I will definitely use lots. I can't wait. So, simple. Put it away. I have the tools of a professional now. The only thing I need is the skills. But watch this. There we have it. Surprise! To finish off the flooring, I had to use, and by the way, this is not a paid advertisement. I don't work for these guys. But this is the product that I use just to seal the floor. And it says roll it, brush it. I just use a rag and I wet it and then I put it on very sparingly. I put on just a very thin coat and allow it to about 15 minutes and then I go back and do it again. So through the week, I managed to put 2 coats on. I'll put one more coat on this weekend and then it's done. The flooring is check. Good. Okay, we're ready to put in the jamb, the door jamb. Before we do, I just wanted to explain something. Why did I take this door out? Well, I took it out for other, just to get access to put in my drywall. But when I took off the trim, I had noticed something very strange. There's about an inch difference. The jamb was all twisted. So I took it out and I took a further look. Running along here, you can probably see it here, there's two studs. This one is called the jack stud, and this holds the header. And then there's another one that goes to the ceiling. I believe that's called the king stud. If I'm wrong, somebody correct me. Anyways, when I took it out, I noticed that there was a large gap between one side and the other side. And then I looked further, and this jack stud looked like somebody took an axe to it and just carved away about an inch. So I had to cut that out and replace it before I put my drywall in. And now I'm ready to put it back in. But I'm still concerned, was that the problem or were they trying to adjust it? So now, going forward, putting the jamb in, I need to understand what's what. So what I've done is, I don't know if you can see in the camera, I've put in my laser line. So I want to see the level and I want to see the plumb. That way I can adjust my jamb accordingly. So when I measure on this side to the floor, I get a 44 inches. When I go over to this side to the floor, I get 43 and a half. So there's a ½ inch on the floor from this side to this side dropping. So that's not good. Now, let me just see what the top should be fine because I believe that's level. So that's 37 1/8. And then oh no, that's 37 7/8. Okay, so I'm all over the board. So this isn't level, the floor isn't level. Let's see, my width here is just over 32 1/4. And when I go to the bottom, I got 32 3/4. Okay, this is going to be a challenge. This door frame is messed up. But you know what, when it comes to framing, it's probably not that bad, believe it or not. So I have to adjust for it with shims and how I do install the door jamb. So I need to cut it to the proper length on this side and on this side, and then I'll cut the one along the top, and then I'll show you what we gotta do. Before I put the jamb together, I'd like to cut the areas for my hinges to go into. So I'm gonna mark down from the top, down 8 inches. This hinge part has to be on the outside. It can't be flush or it'll start binding the door. So I like to kind of push the door part back to the other side to make sure I get it square and flush. Then, since the pencil's too big, I just like to mark it. See, but that is sharp, sharp, sharp. hinge is cut out. I have a door over here, and before I put this together, I matched that to the door so I could get the right height for the hinges on the door side. I just tacked in the top. That's not going to move anyway. I just have it so that it's flush to the ceiling. That's good enough. Next, as you can see, I'm working with lots of twists. So I'm going to struggle with this one. But I've put my laser level, you can just see it. I don't know if it's coming through in the camera, on the top corner, but it's not on the bottom. So I have to shim it all the way down to get it plumb, and of course plumb this way too. So I'll have to do a little of this, make sure it's that way, and then make sure I've got it this way. Normally you flip them, that way this is always flat no matter how much gap you create. So you can go like this, and then you create a nice thick gap or a small gap. I'm probably going to need another one to get the twist out of it as well, but yeah, let's try it. So normally I go first behind the hinges and then work my way down. Wow, this was a twisted sister. Okay, I've spent way too long on this. This was, now I understand why that old jack stud looked like somebody had took an axe to it. Okay, so the next thing is just to get this, my shims out of the way, then I can move on to the door. Well guys, that is another day, another video. I'm calling it. We got quite a bit done. I don't know if you can tell up here. It's all done. Here, I'll show you. We've got our bulkhead in, and we've got our floor done. Whew. And we've got our door installed. Look at that. Nice. Still got to finish it. Got a lot of painting to do, but at least it's up and it's out of the way, right? All right. And guess what time it is? It is now beer o'clock. So I deserve this one again. I tell you, that bulkhead cost me a lot of time, 2 weekends, and that door took me 2 weekends, and it shouldn't have. That was normally quite simple, but everything's twisted on this, that bulkhead twisted. It's been fun. Now I can say it's finished. At least good enough for now. I have to do the ceiling paint on the other far side, but I'm going to do that after I finish the kitchen. And I have to finish this door trim and all that. I'll do that after I get the cabinets in. Guys, it's getting closer. Next is the cabinets. I can't wait. Hey, listen, thank you very much for taking the time out of your busy lives to watch our videos. You know, it means a great deal to Anna and I, and we certainly do appreciate any thumbs up, or if you share us on social media. We definitely do like that. And if you haven't subscribed, now would be a great time to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our next video.